I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Litleo. Today, lions only exist in parts of Africa, but within human history, lions and mountain lions circled the globe, living in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Even as they went extinct in many parts of the world, their legend lived on, with lions becoming a shorthand for strength and pride. In European chivalry, many knights and great houses used lions to represent them on a coat of arms or other symbol. My country of the United Kingdom has lions all over its symbolism, with a lion and a unicorn holding up the royal seal of the House of Windsor, and 3 lions standing on the shirt of the English football team. A lion is also the symbol of House Lannister, which gave us several of my favourite characters in Game of Thrones. Litleo isn't a king, a lord, or a knight just yet, but a little black and red lion cub with a fire and normal typing, and a mohawk-like tuft of fiery hair on its head. Pokemon X tells us, the stronger the opponent it faces, the more heat surges from its mane, and the more power flows through its body. Ultra Moon told us, this hot-blooded Pokemon is filled with curiosity. When it gets angry or starts fighting, its short mane gets hot. And Pokemon Violet says, the more a Litleo trains its body and spirit by battling mighty enemies, the hotter its mane will grow. The name, Litleo, of course, combines Leo, meaning lion, with little. The Japanese name is Shishiko. Shishi means lion, but is usually only used in reference to the lion statues that guard the entrances of temples and shrines, particularly famous in their colourful form found on Okinawa. The ko suffix at the end makes this one a child. But Litleo doesn't stay a little child forever. Pokemon Ultra Sun says, when they're young, they live with a pride. Once they're able to hunt prey on their own, they're kicked out and have to make their own way. And Pokemon Scarlet says, when Litleo are young, female Pyroar will teach them how to hunt. Once the Litleo mature, they will leave the pride and set out on their own. And Pokemon Y explains, they set off on their own from their pride and live by themselves to become stronger. These hot-blooded Pokemon are quick to fight. Lion prides in nature generally consist of a few adult males, some females, and their offspring. Eventually, males will grow up and have to leave the pride and join a pride of their own, wandering alone or in a small hunting party of males. At level 35, Litleo grows up when it evolves into Pyroar. Pyroar is a large adult lion. Like real-life lions, there are clear distinctions between males and females. Females' tufts of hair have grown into a long, striped ponytail-like hairdo, while male Pyroar have a mane around their heads like male lions, which in this case also resembles the crest or shield a lion might appear on in heraldry. The yellow parts also form a kanji, dai meaning great. A giant fire in the shape of this kanji is burned on a mountainside in Kyoto as part of a festival every year, which is the origin for this Pokemon's pattern and also the fire-type attack, Fire Blast. Red-headed Scottish warriors are often described as having a fiery mane, but they have nothing on Pyroar. Pokemon Violet tells us, the mane of a male Pyroar heats up to over 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit during battle. Merely approaching it will cause severe burns. And Pokemon X says, the male with the largest mane of fire is the leader of the pride. Most lion species can have multiple males in one pride, though the Tsavo lion has prides with only one male. Because of these societal structures, we often see a lot more female lions than male. And in the Pokemon's case, Litleo are born at a rate of just 1 male to 7 females. Just as in a real lion pride, the females hunt the majority of prey. Pokemon Scarlet tells us, "The females of the pride work together to bring down prey. It's thanks to them that their pride doesn't starve." And Pokemon Y, "With fiery breath of more than 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, they viciously threaten any challenger. The females protect the pride's cubs." That said, a male Pyroar, as with a male lion, is still a dangerous beast. Ultra Sun says, "The males are usually lazy, but when attacked by a strong foe, a male will protect its friends with no regard for its own safety." The Japanese name, Cayenne Shishi, combines the Japanese for flame with the Shishi lions we talked about before. The name, Pyroar, combines the prefix pyro, meaning fire, with roar, as a lion is known to do. In fact, when Pyroar was first introduced, it had the unique move Noble Roar, which lowered opponents' attack and special attack stats. Other Pokemon can learn the move now, but Pyroar still uses stat boosting or reducing roars and techniques to do a decent bit of damage. Friend of the show Mikey from Pokemon Crossroads got in touch about Pyroar in the trading card game. Pyroar hasn't made a loud roar in the TCG, though there is one card that has become king in a small part of the expanded format for the Pokemon TCG. Pyroar from the 2014 Flashfire set. Pyroar takes the crown with its Intimidating Mane ability. This ability prevents all damage done to Pyroar from any basic Pokemon that dares threaten the King of the Pride. At the time when Pyroar was first released, it saw some fringe play among players. The early XY format was still under the oppressive Big Basic format of the black and white era of the TCG, with X and Y being more of the same. Pyroar was probably made to help counter the Big Basic format, but failed to do anything. Most players just found ways around. Then came the expanded format. The Intimidating Mane ability that Pyroar has proved to be quite a difficult wall for players to overcome. Pyroar was one of the many ways that stall decks used to slow the game down. Simply put down a Pyroar, and some decks in the expanded format would find themselves unable to take it down, thanks to that Intimidating Mane ability. This led to getting a 4th place at the Collinsville Regional in 2020. For how prevalent lions are in human culture, Pokemon waited a long time before making such an obvious example, though we did have Entei and Luxray before this. I don't like nationalism, but I can't help but cheer for England in the football. Between the 3 lions on the shirt and my boy Jamie Lannister, I do love the symbol of a proud lion. So much so, in fact, I have one tattooed on my left pec. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. If you enjoy the podcast, find out about my other shows at podcastiopodcastias.org, or get in touch on Blue Sky at podcastpodcast, or support the show at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastias. I love hearing from listeners. Up next are Flabebe and Skiddo, so hit me up about those or any other Pokemon. Even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Litleo, and remember, I love you too.